So here I have my unhulled buckwheat groats that I have been sprouting for the last few days. I soak them overnight, and then in the morning of the first day, I drain them, rinse them, and then drain them again and let them sit all day. And then in the evening I rinse them, and I did that every morning and every evening until they got to this phase where you can see they have little tails coming out of the seeds. And so I put my soil in the cafeteria tray, made a little trough around the edges. I just use a credit card to do it, and just press it down all around. And then you just spread the seeds out on the top of the soil as evenly as you can, and try not to get them into the trough, because that's where we water, and the soil soaks up the water from the trough. So just spread it out as evenly as possible. The measurement of seeds for this was about 1.25 cups. So now I just want to water this. I'm going to place water along each edge in the trough. It's fun to see these babies grow. Okay, now, and like I said, you can use a little watering can. I just have this bottle with this type of a lid, and you just want to give it a nice water along the top. Not too much. We don't want to drown them. There. And then I like to use my spray bottle and give it a good spray. I love these spray bottles. It's just a nice way to really get everything covered. Good exercise for your hand too. And I like the sound. There, I think that's about enough. And now I'm just going to place the same size tray over top of it to create a lid. Then I'm going to put it on the shelf and just wait. It'll take probably, a few days, maybe 2 days or 3 at most. And the lid will just start pushing up as they start to come forth looking for the light. And then we'll take it off and just be watering it every day, twice a day, in the morning and the evening. So stay tuned, and I'll get back to you. So I'm ready to plant the wheatgrass berries. And I have my tray here of soil, the cafeteria tray. I've made a little trough around the edges of the whole tray, and now I'm going to take my wheat berries, which were soaked overnight, and then the water was drained. It was rinsed and drained again, and then they were just rinsed and drained in the morning and the evening until they got a tail. This is about the perfect stage in which to plant them on the bed of soil. So I'm just going to dump these out onto the tray, and we're going to spread them evenly over the whole tray. Beautiful. The whole trick is getting the things planted at the right stage. Wheatgrass is considered a superfood, loaded with vitamins and minerals. It can help purify the body, removing toxins, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents from the liver and the bloodstream. So now we're going to give it a nice water. The chlorophyll and the other nutrients found in wheatgrass help reduce cell-damaging free radicals in the body. Wheatgrass also works with your kidneys and liver to cleanse toxins from the body. Sometimes your food can actually contaminate your body, and that's why you need to detoxify. The vitamins and the nutrients it contains assist with the extraction of toxins and boosts your gut's ability to extract nutrients from the food you eat. So it's a very powerful plant. So what I'm doing is just, you can have a little watering can. I've just got this little water bottle that I filled up with filtered water, this purified water, not tap water. And I'm just going to give it a good watering here like so. Don't want to drown it, but we want to give it a good watering. And then I like to spray it, give it a good spray. And then what we do is take another tray, the exact size, same size, and just place it over it as a lid. We're going to put this on a shelf and leave it be until the sprouts start to grow up, and just push the lid off so much like that, and then we'll take it off and we'll be watering it every day. So stay tuned, to be continued. So here I'm about to plant another tray of sunflower. So you can see I've got my soil in the cafeteria tray. I've made a little trench along the edge all around the tray. And now I'll take my jar of sunflower sprouts. You can see they sprout quite quickly actually. This was like less than 2 days of rinsing and leaving them at the 45-degree angle to sprout. They've got this kind of tail on them, so now I'm going to spread it all around. Is out to the trench. We tried not to get the seeds inside the trench area. See, I've spread these babies evenly over the tray. And before I laid them out, I had rinsed them in the jar and drained them, and then put them on here. And you can see how lovely that looks. I think they're going to be very happy. Now I'm going to water them along the trench. And then with my spray bottle, spray them all over. Really nice. The spray creates just such a nice mist. You know, it's like misting your face on a hot day. It feels good and it's refreshing and rehydrating. So we're just doing that to these little babies. Now, if you had a watering can with very fine holes, just give it a light watering over the whole tray. It's just that I'm using the mister to basically take the place of that. But you could use a watering can, as I said, and then also give them a little mist. We don't want to drench it, but we want them to be nice and moist. I think this is about perfect. There. Lovely. And now I'm going to take the same size tray and just lay it over top and make a little tent over it. So there, you see the seal there. And then we're just going to place it on the shelf and check it every day, and then when the lid just starts to pop up because those sprouts are growing up and pushing it off, then we'll take it off and go to the next phase. And here you see it on the shelf. So this is my sunflower that we just did, and this one here are the wheat berries, and that's not ready to come off yet, but there they are. And that's what you do, just get one of the silver shelves like this, metal shelves, or anything that you've got. That will work. So stay tuned for the next phase.
We just leave these as they are until we see them starting to push up. So we'll check them every day, maybe a couple times a day.
Here you can see the tray is being pushed off by the baby sprouts. I'm just going to lift that off. Hello. Hello there. And now I'm going to give them a nice watering. Again, I'll start with the trough. And they'll go back on their shelf. And then I'll check them later in the day and give them another spray and little watering. And here's our sunflower coming along. You can see they're starting, they are turning green. And the soil is still quite moist. So you always just want to check the soil and use your discretion. I give them a nice spray. And I can see some areas on the tray that look a little bit dry. So I'll just go along the trough there. There we go. Don't want to overdo it. So I'll just go along the trough and leave it at that. There we go. Aren't they beautiful? And you can see the wheatgrass is growing up so beautifully and thick. They're going to have their morning watering as well. So, I've got my wheatgrass here. It's just beautiful. Exciting to see this growth. Look at this beautiful wheatgrass after 3 days. Oh, it's beautiful. Full of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has been found to have the same biological constituency as hemoglobin, which is why it's so powerful. To not only drink it, but it has a number of applications, which I will be going over as we continue.